Take 5 with Nanette, where we spend a few moments looking at a negative information that has the potential to help all of us change our perspective and learn to think for a change. I entitled today's Take 5, Inside Out. And the reason why is because I woke up this morning actually thinking about the tongue. And interestingly enough, I have a tongue sensitivity. And I don't know if there's a spiritual correlation to that or what, but when I get stressed out, or when I eat something that I'm allergic to, or I'm in a room that sometimes has those plug-ins or things like that that are that I'm allergic to, or chemical smells that I'm allergic to, my tongue starts to get thick. It starts to, I am saying that right now because I actually had something this morning, and I think my body's reacting a little bit to it. And so I actually have that this morning. But it was funny because the Lord was talking to me about that, and took me to the passage in Matthew 15, where basically starting in verse 11, where the disciples are complaining to Jesus, where people were complaining, not the disciples, were complaining to Jesus about his disciples, it was probably the Pharisees, eating without washing their hands. And that it wasn't that a big deal to him because that kind of stuff and germs and all was such a big deal. And he says, it's not what goes into the mouth that defiles a man, but it's what comes out of a mouth that defiles a man. And then in verse 18, he says, those things that come forth from the mouth come from the heart. And those are the things that defile a man. And I started just thinking about, Lord, I want to see what I can change. What is in my heart that my mouth, as a thermometer, is telling me is in my heart. You know, and how can I clean that up and change that? You know, we were given the power to create. And I heard someone say one time that fear is faith in the enemy's ability. And that it's still faith. Faith is faith. Faith is not the opposite of fear. Fear is faith in the wrong thing. And very often our words basically tell us where our heart's at with regards to faith. In fact, in Matthew 12, it says, a good man out of the good treasure of his heart bringeth forth good things. You know, we were made to imitate God, to walk and talk with him in the garden and imitate him. And you know, it says that we're not supposed to live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth from the mouth of God. And that is what I have to live by. It's what I have to live by. And I just want to put a filter on my words, and I want to see what those are. What are you creating with your mouth? Let that be your question for the day, and ask God to search you and try you and see what the state of the inside of your heart is, because what's inside is coming out. Thanks for listening. Talk to you.